How's it going today? Today we're going to talk about a review of the week. It was the biggest week, or more like a biggest disappointment. Anyway, we're going to get right into it this week. I'm going to talk about the major stuff, the big headlines. Talk about them first, and I can get into the nitty gritty, and hopefully won't bore you by then and everything. Stick around to the end of the video and stuff, and for them. But I'm going to talk about the first thing. The big thing was the Fed. The Fed basically cut interest rates for the first time since 2008. My thoughts and my opinions is I'm glad they cut it. I think they should have. I think they should have cut it even more. The market sold off. I believe the market sold off for two reasons. First, he really didn't say he's going to cut them anymore. I wish he would. I think they need to. I think the economy is not as strong as everybody thinks. I believe they should cut it off even more. I believe they might be able to have to cut it. I believe even more. I don't think the economy is as strong as everybody believes to be. I believe the only thing holding it up is the consumer confidence, and once that's gone, I believe we might head into a recession. As soon as that's gone, it's going to fall on its face. But anyway, but and the other reasons, that's the other reasons. But the other reason it sold off, basically, there's no more good news to pump up the stock market to buy. It's basically the old thing: you buy the rumor, sell the news. Basically, there's no more good news in really maybe in a couple weeks. So essentially, might as well just get out now because there's really no more good information to pump up the stock market. Another thing is it's not really a shocker. I was kind of shocked that it's like the next day after the Fed meeting, Trump increased tariffs on China, which I'm not shocked he did. I knew he would. I knew he would just. I believe he could keep increasing them. That's why he wanted the Fed to lower rates, because so he can keep raging this trade war, which I believe it. I don't know 100% with the tariffs. I believe there should be some things going on with thing, and I'm not gonna get whole political. I don't really like talking tariffs. I think it's overblown. I mean, I believe some of these companies get hit even if they're not even connected to China. It's just how it works. Like Apple, I can understand, actually had a decent quarter, better than expected, and then it gave all the gains because of the tariffs. Because Apple, I think, is the biggest company that's connected to it. That's just getting hammered. I mean, that's just how it is. And I believe I could leave a link down in the descriptions talking more about trade. Maybe not. I mean, I really don't like talk about trade. I knew Friday would be a brutal day for it. I believe it might be like May, where it just sold off repeatedly until. And I believe maybe there's really no way out because the Fed kind of stepped in and saved it. Maybe they're going to have to do that again. Maybe they're just going to keep lowering interest rates, which, I mean, how far can you really go with that? I mean, and the other thing is, and I believe worst case scenario I can leave a link down in the description, talk about the 2020 recession. We might be able to we might go into, I give more details, but if Trump keeps increasing tariffs, it won't do anything really good for the consumer. Maybe in the long term, maybe it'll bring jobs back. Maybe it won't. Then I believe it will bring it back, and then automation will slowly take them away. But anyway, the thing is, a lot of them, but what it will do, 100%, is increase really everything. So which that's inflation. So essentially, the Fed just can't keep stepping in and saving the day. So essentially, I believe it might, if it escalates. I mean, Trump can still like it off. He didn't actually do it. He just said he would expect on this a month from today. So maybe it's just tough talks, and that's just Trump being whoever. So God only knows. I don't really focus on it 100%. I only focus on the earnings and the numbers, and I feel like that's the only way. I don't really speculate. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna start out with the big one this week was Shopify. I mean, it definitely. I was watching this one the most close. It was a big beat. It raised. The best thing that company could do is raise guidance, and it did. It raised guidance, and really, I mean, this stock has ran up so much. I was thinking maybe a big pullback, but it didn't. It kept going, and it had a really, really good quarter. Once again, I mean, Shopify's getting it done. I could leave definitely a link talking about Shopify more. I don't want to make this video too long, but the next company is Twilio. Twilio, and obviously it had a great quarter again. I mean, growth is still there, but the stock is down 9% this week. So essentially a big I don't know what happened really. I believe what happens, everybody's trying to like, okay, they need to increase their revenue or increase their guidance, and if it doesn't, I think Wall Street was kind of hoping that, then it sold off. With all the others selling off, it's going to sell off again. And the next one is Zandex. Same thing. I mean, a lot of these companies ran up so much before earnings, and it's just hard to beat. But really, what this company did, I mean, it ran up quite a bit. It had a good quarter, decent quarter, didn't raise it. It said it would be a little less profitable. I mean, so essentially the stock sold off and it's down 14%. I mean, it just got hammered with all the trade talks and all the selling off with the Fed meeting. I mean, it just got hammered again. Arista Networks, once again, getting hammered. I mean, about every single one of these stocks got hammered with kind of some weak guidance and a good quarter. None of these would and had a bad quarter. I mean, in my opinion, and everyone was like, "Oh man, that quarter sucked." I mean, they messed up. You know what I mean? You know, Mastercard, another company that reported earnings and it beat it. It had good quarter, and it didn't. It wasn't good enough, and it sold off. So essentially, none of these companies. The only one that's up is EA. EA, I believe, which I believe these video game stocks are so undervalued. So anything that's up, that's actually the only one that's up that reported earnings this week. Everything else is down. Square is down big, down 16% this week. I always look at the whole week of the when they report earnings. I don't look at the day because I mean. But anyway, it's down 16% down from today for the whole week, and it sold some of it's sold Caviar, which I believe. I don't know. It wasn't really their thing. What Caviar was so a food delivering app type thing. So essentially, I don't know about that with Square. I don't know what they were. Maybe not. I don't know. So essentially, I can see why they sold it to DoorDash. It just makes more sense. So essentially, but it's down, and it didn't really. It just beat earnings. I actually had a good earnings beat, but it didn't really raise guidance, and then it just sold off a little bit. Then the market went down, and it just sold off even more. So essentially, I believe, that's why I never believe in the total efficient market where everything's priced in and everything. Because I don't understand. What I mean, the news travels so fast, and you can't beat the market and all this because the market's so efficient and everything's priced in all the time, and I think that's just idiotic. I don't know why anybody believes that crap. Because, I mean, come on, the market is priced in that much and it would sell off that much and exactly priced in, and there's no fear, there's no emotion, just everybody's a robot that knows this. I mean, come on. I mean, that don't make sense. But anyway, so I believe Square, I think it's aggressively sold off. I don't like that. And so essentially, that's what it was. So it's honestly, it was kind of I knew it would be a rough week. I was hoping, good thing, especially with that. The jobs came out a little lighter than expected to. So essentially, everything, I knew it was kind of going to be a rough week. I actually said that in my video. I said everything's ran up so much that it'd be really, really hard to beat. I didn't think it'd be this bad. I mean, I'm almost down about 5% this week. So essentially, not a good week for me at all. I mean, but once again, I was up so much that it almost. I mean, with Shopify just and the Trade Desk and Twilio too. So essentially, all them things are up almost. I mean, the Trade Desk is almost about 100%. That I think that reports next week, and I believe that stock's going to get hit a little bit. But anyway, make sure to like, subscribe. I always update you on this, and I could probably make a video update next week what I think about the company's reporting, because another big week. Eventually get the free stocks for August. I haven't had the time, and really I haven't. I was going to recommend some of these companies, but some of them ran up and then have not. So essentially, I might I might have quite a few of them because obviously some of these got hit pretty hard. So essentially, I mean, these are the stocks I recommend. That's about it for this video. Hopefully it was fast. Remember to like, give a comment. Maybe I can go more in depth on these companies. Of anything company, maybe I'll go full analysis of any company that you want. Just leave a comment down there. I go look into the company regardless of what it is. Especially if anything I recommend in this video. I know I try to make it quick. I hate to waste so much time talking about something that you guys probably already know what's up with it. I just give you my opinions. But anyway, that's it for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and hopefully this helps. And thank you for watching. Thank you.